Welcome back. Nope, we don't have to say that.
Nope.
Nope. Hey, lots of updates. Yeah. Thanks for joining us again.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Or if this is your first time, this is a podcast with Joy and Sean and the Road to Mayhem.
Mm-hmm. And we are...
we're starting to get on the road.
Yeah, we haven't... we're it's like the... what to expect before you're expecting.
Yeah.
Like what to do before you go on the road. So we're at that point where we're on the verge where in the next week we're putting the house on the market officially.
The next week.
We have this, we signed all the papers. We have a real estate agent. We have a coming soon sign in our yard.
We have a pod.
But it's on the private side.
Yeah.
And this week we're going to get pictures taken of our house.
Yep.
And then we're going to put it on the market officially.
Officially. So it's going to be real.
It's crazy. And I'm just hoping it goes fast. Which I feel like it's like we were saying, I was saying this to you earlier today, is like, it's just this snowball effect of like, we redid the kitchen and then it's like, boom, wait, now like once we put it on the market this coming week, like potentially we could sell it real fast. It's just like, it's only been a couple months. It's been 4 months since we bought the kitchen.
Yep. Look at those
April
peaks that we had before.
Sean fixed our audio for us, and he's the master audio guy.
Sounds better.
It's way better, and I'm really glad that I have you in my life because I'm
glad I have you in my life.
My problem is like my personality is the type that I'll just live with it, even if it's not great, thinking like, oh, that's probably normal. So like I would have dealt with that for a really long time and like not even realized it could have sounded better.
Audio quality is the number one priority
for you.
Yeah, priority for podcasts.
Well, yeah,
Nobody
but it's also like
bad podcast.
It's also like your number one priority. Like when we went to church and the audio wasn't good, you would be immediately like, I can't stay here. Like the people could be nice, the music could be good, the scripture could be awesome, the sermon could be great, but like if there's a bad audio guy, you're not going to sit through it.
Yeah.
Or like remember that one church we went to and the girl sang flat on all her songs. And I remember every week you'd be like, she's flat and it's driving me insane. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
I remember that because you care about audio, you care about how it sounds, and you can't sit through people who aren't doing it correctly. But that being said, I'm the opposite, and I can deal with lots of stuff. But yeah,
so it's snowballing, like you said. It's like that Dave Ramsey, but for RV life. Like,
it
oh man,
totally is. Like we did the kitchen, we started, and then that was like, okay, now we got to start painting. So we started painting. We started replacing doorknobs. What else did we do?
Baseboards.
We did. Well, we
did the floor.
Doing the baseboards. We did the floors earlier, but I'm trying to think of like the snowball. It was like the kitchen. We painted. We did doorknobs. We started patching.
Yeah.
There was something else we did. Oh, we got the pod. We signed the papers. It's just like everything's like all of a sudden, like, and now,
carpet?
No, this past week we did carpet is what I was going to say. So Sean had called our carpet guy that we got through our neighbor.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah. And so he came out on Tuesday.
Yep.
And he priced us out. Great price. Real good deal.
Really good.
And then he was like way lower than we were expecting.
And we're like, is this good quality? Because we weren't looking for the best quality.
Well, I liked that he was like, I said, like, we're trying to sell it. It just needs to be better than what we have. And what we had was like builder carpet. It was horrible.
Grade. Yeah.
It was like.
It was original.
Yeah. So it's like 20 years old.
A little bit more. Yeah.
And it's like 23 years old, something like that.
It was nasty.
It's not nice. So we were like.
We should have been doing this 5 years ago.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, so then he came in with the samples and he's like, these are the flipper samples that I show. It's like the economy, but still nice. And
he said it's still better than what you had.
Yeah.
What these were originally.
Yeah.
And it feels good.
We got a good price. And then he called us the next day and was like, can I come tomorrow?
Yeah.
So he wanted to come Thursday.
We wanted to come.
We were like, we didn't even move anything out yet. Like, we're not ready for you.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's do Friday. And then Friday he was done by like 2:30.
Yep.
and it was heaven stepping on those stairs. Like I can't like even put it into words, the crazy difference between crappy carpet, crappy pad with just like bare minimum what's good. Like it wasn't really, it's still good stuff, but it's not even like high quality, high plush, blah, blah, blah. It was just like good. And we're like, oh my gosh, like this carpet is amazing. Like our daughters are walking around on the carpet going, oh my goodness, it's so soft. I love it. And they just want to play upstairs all day. It's crazy.
We've never had good quality carpet as long as you and I have been together.
Yeah.
Virginia had bad carpet.
Yeah.
The apartment had bad carpet because it's apartment carpet.
Yeah.
My dad's carpet was original. That was disgusting.
That was horrible.
When this was bad.
Yeah. My parents never had good carpet. And when we lived with them. Yeah. So this is the first.
How have we been living?
And it's like somebody else posted on, Phil posted on our Facebook post about getting new carpet or
Phil
maybe
G?
Instagram. Yeah. And he was like, doesn't it suck that you're doing all these things to your house and can't enjoy it? I'm like, we say this like almost daily, how much it sucks that like we didn't do any of this stuff.
Phil gets it.
Because they did it to their house before they sold it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody out there, if you take any advice from what we're doing, don't wait and enjoy your house and make updates to it and just you're living there. Don't do it for somebody else.
Well, and I think that's something that I keep trying to remind myself when we're talking about getting our RV too.
Right.
And what the 188 square feet did, they bought a brand new RV. They renovated the crap out of it. Like they took everything out. They took the cabinets out and then they got custom cabinetry. Like they did way more than what I want to do, but they renovated the entire thing, took everything out, put all new things in.
Yeah.
And they were getting a lot of flack for it. Like a lot of people were like, the couches they put in RVs aren't cheap. Like they're good quality couches. They put in like good quality TVs. They put in all this stuff and they're like, well, I mean like good TVs, and they were taking all the TVs out. They took everything out and they were just, and people were ripping on them like, why would you do this? And they were like, we're living in this. Like this is our home because they are full time. Yep. They're planning on living in it for a long time. They were like, we want this to be our dream home. And I keep trying to remind myself of what they said. Like that spoke to me, but then doing this now where we're basically flipping our house to sell it right now, I keep telling myself, like when we get our RV, I just really feel like we need to flip it before we go on the road, because as much of a pain in the butt as it would be to do, I'm like, we should enjoy it while we're on the road, you know?
You flip old things.
Not flip, but like we should renovate it. We should, like if we don't like the color of the cabinets in the kitchen of the RV, we should paint them.
Yeah, I agree.
If we want a backsplash up, we should find a backsplash to put on the kitchen or whatever. Like I don't know what we should do, but I think like we shouldn't just deal with the bare minimum, make it work, because honestly, in my opinion, we don't know how long this will last. It might last 6 months and then we're sick of it and we're like, we're done. Let's get out of this. But it might last a year or 2 or 3 or 4 years. Like who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, I was listening to RV Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Who are their names?
Heath and Alyssa.
Yeah. And Alyssa says, I think it was episode 5 or 6. I just started listening.
From the beginning?
I didn't start from the beginning.
Oh.
I don't know why I listened to episode 6 first.
I know. I was like, why did you pick? Oh, is it?
But it was an interviewing each other.
Interesting.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know.
Title?
No, it wasn't. I don't know what the title was. I just hit play and it started playing.
Oh.
1, that podcast is amazing. Mm-hmm. 2, she said the same thing. They were only planning on doing it, after they got married for 6 months or 9 months.
To save money for their house or something?
Yeah, to get out of debt, student debt and all that. Yeah. And then to go to all 50 states in a year. And they're amazing people that I can tell. But she says, that they don't see, as far as I remember, they don't see a time that they're going to settle down into a house right now. If I could remember that right.
Yeah.
But that podcast has changed my view of what we're doing, because he's interviewing other people, other business owners and entrepreneurs
that are living on the road. And it's so much, it feels so good to know that other people are doing it too. Yeah.
And there's a huge community.
Well, and I think I remember when we first started doing this, and it kind of, actually, now that I think about it, it reminds me of when we started talking about it, and you were kind of like talking about it in a hypothetical sense, like, oh yeah, maybe, like, maybe if we find the right RV, maybe this, maybe that, like, oh, like I'll only do it if we get a Class A, or I'll only do it if whatever, whatever. You had all these like preconceived notions, and then I feel like it's the same way with like time frame.
Right.
Like for the last how many years that we've talked about doing this, you've said 6 to 9 months tops. Like we're not going to go on the road very long.
I still say that.
Yeah, but I think it's like now you're starting to see like, but maybe.
Yeah, but maybe.
Like, and I think that's for me the important thing is like to leave it open ended, especially when like the closer we get to it, the more I'm realizing like, like I was saying before, is like you still have to work full time.
Yeah.
So like we have this huge list of places we want to go, and you still have to work. It's not like you can take the whole day off and do whatever you want during the day. Like you have to work, and then we can, maybe you'll take a morning off and we go for a hike, but then the rest of the week you're going to have to work all day. Right. And then we're only going to be able to do things in the evenings or whatever, however we make it work. We're not going to be able to cram all the things we want to do into 6 months or 9 months, even, in my opinion. We're either going to be taking things off the list.
Yeah.
Or like there's other choices, we extend the trip. And
today's the 14th of July. We're putting the house on the market
this week
in 5-6 days. Is she going to be able to put it on the market for us?
I mean, it's just computer click, I think.
Cool.
So as long as the deal is we have to get Hannah over here to take pictures, and then she has to edit them, and then she can send them to Libby and us, I guess.
It's one of our good friends he's leaving on September 1st too, and he keeps counting it down. He's like, "There's only 60 or 30 more days."
That's the kicker. Is like
he's like, "There's only 30 days to do this." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I think it's like how like,
or I guess it can't be 30 days because.
August says 31.
Yeah. But it's like
45.
Oh, he said something like
30.
Maybe it's 30 days of working days.
Yeah, because he works 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Well, and I keep thinking about like, it's like, I don't know. It's like when you put it into a different perspective, like, or when you've been looking at something far away for so long.
Yeah, and it's
so like I've been thinking September is like 5-6 months away. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, it's only like a month and a half away.
It's a month and a half. Yeah.
But to me, it's like, no, it's like 4 months away.
So today, what do we do today? So today I painted the baseboards because we're doing the baseboards again. I'm finishing that project up. We finished the carpet. We have one more room to paint and put those baseboards in, and we're done. Well, the kitchen needs a little bit, like 5 more.
Yeah, I still got to empty those cupboards, basically.
Yeah, but we're all done, and then we take pictures, and this thing is off. We're on the market. We could be selling our house within 10 days, maybe 30 days or whatever, but it's going to go quick as far as I'm concerned.
I think the thing that makes me like really hopeful is how many people come over and they say one of two things. I would buy this house, or this house is going to go fast, or both. But I've gotten like three friends have said they would buy the house. Yeah. Maybe 4. And I know almost everybody, and almost everybody's like, it'll go fast. And that makes me feel better because I was so traumatized and paranoid because of my parents being on the market for like a year and a half. Granted, there were reasons why it was on the market that long. However, like it traumatized me. Our neighbor's house was on the market for 2 years. And granted, there were reasons why that happened too. But at the same time, it still makes me think like, is ours going to be on the market that long? Like, are we going to have to put off the trip?
Oh man.
So, but
it's
like
a reality.
I said, everybody that comes over is like, I would buy this house. Like this
and everybody that's
so it makes me feel like
recently sold their house in the last month and a half, 2 months. They said it's going, quick. So it could be the market that we're in too. I'm I'm not really an optimistic person, but I'm optimistic on this selling the house.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You're a realist, so hopefully that's a good thing.
We could be podcasting next week, being like, so the house sold.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We should have put it a little bit more.
On Friday.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should tell Libby, like, if you want to do an open house next weekend, let us know. Well, next weekend your sister will be here.
That's true.
Maybe the weekend of August 1st after she leaves, we can do a open
There's
house.
A lot of open houses today.
I know, I saw.
So many of those.
If we don't sell it by August 1st, we should do an open house.
Yeah, because
we want to get it. We want to try to get out of the house before school starts.
Is that August 16th, 15th?
Like
mid-August.
Yeah, I think it's 17th. Well, 17th was last year, so specifics. But
so we got to talk to her about a lot of things. But anyway, Libby? So today I've been. So we did the baseboards today. I got a little bit more work to do into the garage, and then
I think my job is going through everything. So
my point was, I started putting all of our boxes of the crap and the paperwork and all the other stuff into our
Santa or Christmas stuff,
Halloween stuff. Yeah. All that stuff went into the pod, and there's a lot more to do, but it felt good just doing it. You know, finally was able to do it. Finally had time to do it.
That's what I was going to say is you were the one who said that a buddy of ours said that when Libby came to our real estate agent came to him, he said, she's going to say declutter. Yeah. And then you're going to declutter and she's going to come back over and she's going to make declutter again.
Declutter again.
And so that's where I'm at now, where I'm like, we decluttered, and then she didn't tell us any of this, but we decluttered. Then we packed a bunch of stuff, and then we got rid of a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
And now we've been living in that phase, and that's felt good. But I'm at the phase now where I think I'm at my final declutter stage, where I'm going to have to go through everything all over again and take one more, because I think I've stepped back enough and we've been living in it enough that I'm going to have to go through it at least one more time and like go through and be like, okay, now Bailey, you still, even though we probably got rid of 2/3, if not 3/4 of her closet, I'm going to have to go through it again. Yeah. Especially, well, this is another note.
The closets are looking empty.
Yeah.
But the rooms are looking a little better.
But we have no storage in the RV. And that was something that was made real to me when you looked it up. So the other night I said, hey, Sean, you should look up reviews on the RV we want to get, because I was listening to something and it was on Reddit. It was a Reddit post, and they said something about, what RV do you have and do you love it? And somebody posted, there are tons of different RVs and RV brands, and their prices are set the way they are for a reason. And the expensive ones are expensive for a reason, and the cheap ones are cheap for a reason. Right. And that's when I said, you should check the reviews, because ours isn't that expensive. And I thought, perfect, a cheaper RV that we love. But then I was like, oh crap, like, why is it cheaper? Right. And you said it's because we don't have that much storage.
That's going to make this podcast way interesting when we're fixing everything. It's something new every week.
That was something else I read on that. And they said,
so we're doing it for the fans.
It was like tips for people who are going to be living in their RV. What is your tip? And I think I told you this one. They said, oh, maybe I didn't. They said, expect to fix your RV. Things will break. Right. Like, don't go into it thinking it's not going to break. It's a brand new RV. They said, it will break. They said, like, there was a couple that were like, I just bought it, and within the first couple weeks, I had to fix like 6 different things. And they're like, granted, I'm pretty handy, so I can fix them all. But like, don't go into it thinking things aren't going to break, especially when you're living in it.
It'll keep this podcast interesting.
Yeah. But back to what I was saying is, like, when you looked up the Dutchman, they said the reason it's cheaper is there's not a lot of storage in it.
It's like an entry. They call it an entry level. Entry level RV, where some of your other RVs and fifth wheels have more storage because you're going to be in it longer. Yeah. This one is not as it's fancier looking, but you're sacrificing a lot of storage space.
Well, and that's what I was thinking about, was when I was thinking back to going through it, I remembered going into the girls' room. Yeah. and they literally had no storage.
They had two beds and
two like shelves that looked like spice racks.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Or like a bookshelf.
I think
not a bookshelf, but like a book display.
The bed on the bottom comes up.
Maybe.
For more storage.
I didn't check that. But so my point is I need to get the kids down to smaller things. I got rid of so many toys. I packed away so many toys. And I'm still like, we're not bringing all these toys.
It's still amazing downsizing. I have to pack
at least 1 or 2 more boxes of toys.
Yeah.
I have to get rid of clothes in both the girls' closets. Mm-hmm. I have to get the entire dining room has to be packed away and put away. I probably should pack some more stuff in the kitchen because my goal is before Hannah comes over this week,
right,
to get the house to as close to but as close to RV living as possible. And I feel like RV living is very on par with staging.
Yeah,
I'm you know okay what I mean? That. Like getting rid of everything except stuff we'll bring in the RV will make it like super minimalist in the house because the house is so big. So that's my thought is like so in the next day or 2 I have to do
that I should be bringing to the pod. And a lot of it's sacrificing. Yeah, it's like, well, do we need this? We should
ask Hannah if she wants that bar cart because she would probably think it was cool.
For all of her booze?
Well, no. She could use it for like a coffee bar or something. Or a wine bar.
Yep.
Because we don't need it. But anyway, so that's where I'm at is like I need to go through at least one more round of
get to that
packing /
get to that military lifestyle that we talked about to our other friends where we can just live out of one box. All of your important stuff is in one box.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Mandy and Sam. What?
Mandy Shout out to Sam and Mandy.
Yeah, Sam and Mandy. I always wondered, I remember being early on in our marriage, and I'd always call us Joy and Sean. And then I always used to wonder if you had like a manly problem with that my name would go first.
Nope.
I mean, I know that now, but like I remember early on in our marriage thinking like, I wonder if like he's like, of course he's going to be like, no, it's fine. But I wondered if, like, secretly you, like, harbored this frustration that it was always Joy and Sean and not Sean and Joy.
No.
Mr. and Mrs. Shirley.
Oof. No.
Just kidding.
No.
Mrs.
I'm looking around, still looking around at stuff that we have to
figure out what to do.
Yeah, put in the storage unit and what's, what we don't need because,
What if we got a mini storage pod? Do they have a different size?
They do.
And
we have the biggest size.
What if you got one just for your business stuff? And you put it on your business account? Like just your desk stuff and the files and all these little
lights and equipment.
Like your steamer and your projectors and
I could, yeah.
I mean, you probably don't have enough to fill that.
No. My banners and
your workout equipment is business related because you work out while you're working. Just kidding. Yep. So I guess I have no idea where we're at because we started recording.
Yeah, but anyway, it's going quick and
oh my gosh, it's going so fast.
Yep. The purpose of this is just to say, hey, we're still going and it's going really quick now. August, we're going to buy a truck. And we might have sold the house by then. Yeah.
Oh, man. And so we might have to take a couple weeks off of the podcast due to your sister being here, unless your sister would be willing to go on
maybe. Yeah.
Because that would be fun if we did like a event thing with your sister.
That'd be really cool.
But I don't know if she'd go on it. She doesn't seem like that. She'd be like, no.
No, we fill these growlers up and she'll be okay.
We can do it. We can bring in another chair or something. And,
we'll get better chairs.
We'll get rid of this and bring something else down.
Yeah.
Or we can just put up the folding chairs.
I'm okay with that. That's better than this.
But yeah, I'm like, so I think this is our timeline. It's the middle of July. We're putting the house on the market this week.
Right.
Hopefully, cross the fingers, we can get everything done this week. That's the big thing for me is like, can we get everything done? Like, we got to paint the front room. Mm-hmm. We got to do baseboards. Got to do the kitchen.
Not tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then there's something else, though. Finish packing stuff away.
Yep.
But that doesn't necessarily need to be done before Hannah takes pictures. We just have to have it done before Hannah gives the pictures to Libby.
Right.
I just have to make them look like everything's gone for Hannah. And the other thing I keep reminding myself is she's not taking pictures of everything. Like, she's going to take one picture of the bedroom.
Well, let's paint tomorrow.
You know what I mean?
We'll just paint tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we have to do those things. Then the house hopefully goes on the market.
Right.
By the end of this week.
Yep.
Next week, your sister comes into town.
Yeah.
She'll be here for a week.
It's going to be a busy week.
I think just like a week, just like 7 days.
Yeah.
For your birthday, you turn 34.
34. All right.
It's crazy. And then she leaves after 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's August.
Yeah. That's it.
And then basically at that point, we should be completely ready to,
go.
Sell it and go. Yeah. I'm hoping, this is my hope, honestly. It won't happen. Never mind. I was hoping we could sell it prior to your sister coming, but it's not going to happen.
No.
Because we're going to put it on the market and then she's going to come here. Because I was thinking, like, how much of a pain in the butt would it be to load if we got calls all week while your sister's here and be like, all right, you got to keep the house bit spot because we got to pack everything up and go to the park for.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, be like, Shannon, can you take the kids to the park real quick? We got to.
It's okay.
We got to shoot. I mean,
we have to be out of the house too when they show, don't they?
Yeah. But I mean, like, Shannon, take everybody to the park. We'll clean real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll meet you there with the car and we'll go somewhere or something. I don't know. Okay. So then after that's all done, then we buy the truck. I mean, honestly, we could buy the truck at any point. Mm-hmm. We're just at the point where we're like, and we also, I guess we could have this kind of conversation. We had the discussion of like absolute worst case scenario.
Right.
We could wait to buy the truck till we sell the house if we had to.
Yep.
So something we also talked about was, why buy such a large purchase of a truck if it's not exactly what we want?
True. Oh my gosh. It's so hard finding a truck, a F-350 dually around these parts, even if, within a 200-mile radius to find one that.
Well, and having everything you wanted.
With a fifth wheel prep package.
And it's like.
With the towing package.
And you want the moonroof. And,
yes,
and it's
that's
like.
non-negotiable.
I think the thing that I mean, I don't understand that, but my point is like, we're spending this like large amount of money on this truck. I don't want to be like, well, we had to buy something, so we bought it.
Right.
I would rather
get the truck we want.
For the next
2 years.
Personally, I would rather sell the house, go move in with your sister or your mom or whatever with the car we have and go look for trucks down there. If we were forced to do it, I would rather do that than you buy a truck.
Have a lot.
But that's what I'm saying is like we can travel for the truck we want.
Yeah.
And so like why not? Like that's my personal point. And I think that's something I did for you is just like kind of say to you like, look, I'm taking this burden off of you of you feeling like you have to buy it before we sell the house because we have to be in the truck because I wanted you to have the freedom to say, I don't love this truck, so I'm not going to buy it. And I didn't want you to feel that pressure of feeling like, well, we have to have something by the time we sell the house.
I appreciate that.
But on the other side too is like,
now it's on my side.
If you felt like you needed to buy it, and you felt that for yourself,
there's a couple around these parts that like, I can handle this. That's
on you. Like if you want to buy it, even if it doesn't have everything you want or whatever, like that's
one of the next podcasts will be about, our experience, our shopping experience with whatever dealership has a precious little beauty that we want.
Yeah. Well, and like I was saying is like, I think I just really want you to make sure that it is what you want. It's like you've been saying you wanted a black one. And now you're like, well, I guess I can deal with a white one. Yeah. But I'm like, if you want a black one, wait till we get a black one. Like, who cares? Like, who cares if we had to move in with your sister or your mom for, a couple weeks or something while we're waiting to buy what we want? Like, it doesn't bother me. And I just keep looking at like, look, we've done how many vacations where we stayed with your sister for a week or two or more, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll just look at it like a vacation. You have to work anyway.
Yep.
So that's a conversation we just had was like, you know, it's okay because they're such big purchases. Like, I don't know, like I keep thinking like, I know there's people out there who are able to just buy whatever they want when they want it. Who cares if we sold the house or not? Who cares if it's 3 months out or not? But I'm like, I also want to be reasonable enough to be like, that's okay for them. And we want to wait until we feel ready. And something else that we've done throughout this trip is like when we've felt pressured to do something that we didn't feel ready to do, we took that as a sign like, okay, like this gives me anxiety thinking about doing this now or whatever.
Right.
And we've taken that step back and been like, okay, that's not for us. Like, what was it? Well, like in March, you were looking at trucks and I was like, that gives me anxiety. Like we're not even close to being ready. But there was other situations too, where we felt like pressured to do something. Oh, I think maybe it was Libby wanted to put it on the market June 1st. And we were like, we're not ready for that. Oh, the other thing was the RV. We talked to the RV guy and he basically was like,
he said, put the down payment down now and I can get this sweet deal on it.
He said, if you put a down payment down on the RV, I can bring it to you and you'll get it, you know, next week. And we were like, whoa. Like we haven't done anything in the house. We're not ready to buy an RV yet. And
I don't think salespeople like us. Like we're just kicking the tires right now. Like, you know, we want one.
Here's the funny thing though is
but we're not buying one now.
We're not kicking the tires. We're like the thing was I called him and I told him our time frame is like August. Yeah. And he said, okay, but like buy it now in June. And I was like, it's not August. Like he told us to call him.
He's a salesman.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like he said, when you're within a couple months of buying one, let me know. And that's what I did. I said, we're within a couple months. In August, we want to buy one. And he was like, okay, so buy one now. And I'm like, okay, I'm not kicking tires. Like we're going to buy one.
He's one of those guys
like,
where I respect
I'm not ready. No, I still like him. And I think he's awesome. But I was that was one of those moments where I was like,
hey man, listen to us.
I'm not just buying it. Like we're not ready. So we took that to heart and we were like, okay, like we like you. We want to buy an RV from you.
Maybe not.
But we're not ready. Well, yeah. And like just being open to like whatever. So then that's when we made the decision. Yeah. We're going to wait and we're going to go travel for ours if we have to.
Yep.
We're not going to make us feel pressured into doing something before we're ready, which I feel like is an adult thing to do, is like to say like, I appreciate you, but no, I'm not going to do it your way. That doesn't feel right for me.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Proud of us.
Good job.
Growing up. I hate the term adulting. I was going to say adulting, and then I was like, I'm not adulting. I'm stupid. Growing up.
What's another dumb term?
There's lots of dumb terms. There's terms I wish I understood and could use in a conversation, but then I'm like, I don't even want to say them because they're probably inappropriate and I just don't even know it. You know?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like Netflix and chill, for example. I thought it was just like watching Netflix and hanging out, but it was like all about sex. Netflix and chill was like code for like come over and have sex.
But it sounds like a really good time.
But it sounds like, I want to watch Netflix and just like go to sleep. Like that sounds perfect. But then it's like, no, that's not what it meant. I think it's become a bigger, broader statement. But I remember in the beginning reading that and being like, what? That's like when I was in college, it would be like watching movies. Like the girl would be like, oh, he came over and we watched a movie. And we're like, we all know what watching a movie means. That means
same thing.
Sex. But we were classy. So we didn't say we were having sex. We'd be like, you want to come over and watch a movie? And he knew that meant BTB. Bring that booty. You remember that?
No, I didn't know.
Office reference. That's an Office reference. Daryl.
Oh, yeah,
BTB.
I do remember that. Yep.
Bring that booty.
Bring that booty. All right.
Come on. Office reference.
I know.
I think that's where we're at.
That's it. There's no other updates. It's big updates in our world because we got a brand new carpet.
Oh yeah. So I think we said this before to each other, but the reason the carpet was the reason we came on here being like big updates, and then we're like, we did the carpet, and that was it. It feels huge to us.
It is huge
because we've been saying
it was one of the last big things that we needed.
We've been saying for 2 years.
Yeah.
We're going to do the carpets, but we're going to wait until right before it goes on the market because we want those carpets to look brand new and like smell brand new, everything.
Yep.
So that was the big thing. And then we did it. And now it's like, dang, like now it's time to put it on the market. And that's all that's left. And like
now they take pictures and put it on the market.
Yeah. And so it like blows our mind that like we're there. Like it's like this big, exciting, even though it's like, it's just carpets and it's okay, whatever. Like, but we're here. Like we have arrived. You know what I mean? Like we have arrived. It's really exciting. So we'll update you this week. Also, if you were listening on the podcast, I put out a couple vlogs this past week of the end of June and our 4th of July week.
Yeah, we're trying to do a little bit more of those.
Yeah, I'm trying to make them more cohesive, I guess. I need to work on my vlogging skills and make them more, instead of like chronologically based, more like subject based.
Yeah.
But nothing really interesting is happening yet.
No,
so it's kind of just
on
like
the other side of our audience. They're like,
who cares?
You've been talking about this for 7 podcasts now.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's really exciting on our end.
Yeah.
But I want this. Obviously, this podcast will evolve as we start to be on the road. Mm-hmm. But I think it's important to tell people our experiences and what we're going through right now, and even looking back at this 2 years from now, where we were at, and what we were going through. But because everybody sees what's life on the road with an RV, but it's the preparation of getting there for us. Mm-hmm. That's the adventure right now.
Yeah, and I think it's also for me, it's sharing like internal things that we've realized, or like internal struggles, like on the last podcast where we were talking about like buying the truck and like realizing like, okay, we got to take a step back. Like these things are all normal. And I feel like sometimes it looks like a dream when I follow people on Instagram and I'm like, you're living on the road. Yep. How do you do it? Like, how did you get to be that point that point where you're doing what I want to do? I feel like every time I'm on our, Road to Mayhem Instagram, all I am like saying is like, they're doing it. Like they're doing what I want to do. And you don't see how maybe it was hard to get to that point where they were doing what they wanted to do.
Right.
And so we wanted to share, like, it's not like we just snapped our fingers. We bought the truck, we bought the RV, we sold the house, no big deal.
Didn't think twice about it.
We're working hard to get to that point. We're doing everything we can to do it, and we're pumped about it. Totes. And it's feeling.
Totes is a dumb word.
Yeah, but it's excusable because of I love you, man.
Yeah.
Totes my goats.
Totes my goats.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna sign off now. If you guys are able to, you should rate and review us 5 stars.
That helps a lot. And feel free to ask us any questions, or if you have any. Did you get them?
No.
You got it
over there next to you. Wait.
There's a fly buzzing around us.
The other thing, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. And I've also been hearing people say ring the bell, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Ring the bell is, I just figured this out the other day, and I feel really old for not realizing it earlier. So there's the subscribe button. And then right next to it is a bell. so that you get notifications when we put out a new video. So ring the bell so that you get notifications when you're like when we make a new video, so that because that helps us and
totally. And then if there's any other aspects of that we're not talking about, or
please let us know.
Give us subjects. Give us topics.
You can email us at info@theroadtomayhem.com. Or you can message us on our Instagram or comment on any of our
give us topics,
YouTube videos or whatever. We'll definitely talk about anything. I've been saying we should do a how we met, and Sean thinks that's off topic for our podcast. So let us know if you actually do want to know more about us, or if you want it to be more, road travel tech based.
Oh, we should talk about like our GoPros next time and
oh my gosh, yes,
drones.
I mean
and then we should buy them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we don't have one yet.
Yeah,
that's an excuse. To
Every
buy
time
one.
I go to Target and I walk past the GoPros, I'm like, I'm just gonna buy one. Like I'll just buy it and then deal with Sean being angry at me. And the funny thing is
then like which drone should we get? Which I'm looking at DJI, and which drone is best?
Yeah, well, and or is the GoPro Plus drone package any good? You heard bad things?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Remember, it was like a package. Like you could get the GoPro, and then you could get a drone and a GoPro.
We'll do our research and come back.
I know we should do.
But we're up for.
So if you have any information or videos you've watched or whatever, send them our way.
We'll be reviewing those, all these tech gadgets. Mm-hmm. We'll be reviewing like the camera system for backing up a trailer, 42-foot trailer on a truck. We'll be reviewing road
Just
cam.
Saying that makes me super anxious.
We'll be reviewing a lot of tech and then going over how to fix it.
Yeah, right.
How to fix an RV.
We'll be making a lot of videos of like.
It'll be great.
Check out Sean.
It'll be a lot more interesting than this gray background.
People say this is a good room.
It'll be a mountain range or a flowing river.
Oh, yeah. So one of our thoughts was that in the toy hauler, the back goes down and it's a patio area.
Yeah.
And we've talked about going out there onto the patio to do our podcast so you can see everything behind us. The only thing is if we're doing them at night while the kids are sleeping,
we'll be like
flipping
bugs and mosquitoes.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, we're excited. So
with the big lights.
Yes. So rate and review us.
Ring that bell. Subscribe.
All the keywords.
Feed us some suggestions.
Text us, email us. Message us.
We're here.
We're available.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you guys next time.
This is my favorite part of the podcast. Did you get them?
No. Saying goodbye.
Saying goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.